Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the mop. As you can see, it's a tad earlier than normal because the overcast here in southwest Wisconsin. That's okay. You can still hear my voice. You don't have to look at my face. That's a lot better probably for most of you. Welcome to the mop and pain and mental suffering. That is now what our president is suing the United States. Yes, you heard that right. Our sitting president is suing our United States for $120 million for pain and suffering for when he was being investigated from his first go-around as the president. Are you guys starting to correlate any of this with an absolute sham? Or are you just sitting back going, that's my boy? Yep, got it. I am just absolutely baffled by why people are allowing this to happen and why nobody is standing up on both sides of the aisle saying this doesn't happen. Because pain and suffering for $120 million. See, in my brain, we just tore the East Wing off, and I think if he sues for 120, that 120 that he supposedly has wrapped up will go back to the United States if he wins. How the hell is he going to win? Yeah, he's got enough people on his side probably. But for a convicted felon to sue the country he is the president of seems absolutely ridiculous. And pain and suffering. If anybody hasn't seen A, why there should be term limits, and B, there should probably be an age limit. I'm becoming more and more serious about thinking about that. There should be an age cutoff limit that, let's say 75. That might even be, we'll go with 75 wrong this morning. But term limits for sure. Because people are losing their ever-loving minds. And I think it might be the air out there in Washington, D.C. or the drinking water. I'm not sure. But so the guy that got pardoned for January 6th, for you guys that said, oh, Chris, January 6th was no, he now made serious death threats to Hakeem Jeffries. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. Death threats, bodily harm, all those things are not acceptable. They just aren't. I don't care if they're to local law enforcement, local government. Death threats are not okay. Whether you're right or left. I don't care. No person should have to live in fear. And yes, I know they signed up for the job, whatever, but they signed up for the job to do what's best for us, not for being threatened to be killed, hurt, wounded, maimed, whatever it may be. And the guy that's doing it was a January 6th insurrectionist. And he was pardoned by our President Trump. And yep, I'll say our president because he is. I'm not going to march around saying he's our president. The majority, not the majority. I wouldn't say the majority because I think just shy of the majority didn't even show up to vote because they've given up so little hope in this system that we live in. So he did not get the majority vote. He got the majority of those that went and voted. And so now we make rules for that to be harder. And whoever's advantage needs it to be. If you're hearing that all of this government shutdown is the Democrats' fault, please reevaluate that situation because it's not. It is both side of the aisles and it is way right than left. See, I'm not here to be an absolute I don't like the guy as a president. I don't think he's doing what's best interest. He's done something that no other president has done and just bypassed the whole system to tear down the right wing of the White House. Yeah. There are steps to remodel or redo. And he just said, screw you, not doing it. I'm going to do my own thing. So for all of you that pumped this guy's name and told everybody how great things are going to be, you have to really evaluate where your stance is. Or at least tell me what advantage you are getting out of being this guy's supporter. At least tell me. At least say, hey, Chris, you know what? With him and president, I'm making a shit ton of money because I'm rich and I got a bunch of tax breaks. Or I'm not here to give up any of the freedoms such as student loan repayments. Oh, yep, saw some of that too. We're going to see more details of that coming. He's great for the farmer, or he's great for this, or I like it that he just tells everybody to F off and does his own thing. At least tell me or show me why you support this guy the way you do. If it's because you're a Christian and you're going to lay that line on me, boy, you really need to reevaluate your beliefs and your standpoints. Because a Christian would not do what he's doing. A Christian would never sell Bibles with their name on it. A Christian, because he's about the abortion thing. That's all my stance, because that's what I'm going to stand. Have you ever noticed people that wave the flag, the biggest and the big Trump supporters, and then anybody that challenges them, they don't know how to respond because it's part of their repertoire of just name calling and showing intimidation, and then people will go away. If people are not intimidated, then all of a sudden they don't know how to respond. You're seeing it with his cabinet members as well. This storyline can only go so far before it falls apart, and then we have to have a new storyline. So you'll see something new. That's just my viewpoints this morning. I just saw that he was suing the United States, and he's the president of the United States, so he's suing his company, if you want to look at it that way. And you wondered why he failed in a lot of business. Oh, he was very successful, Chris. No, I think he's a successful con man. I really do. So again, if you want to tell me, send me a private message. You don't have to put it on here. Send me a private message on this is why. I'll tell you why I don't like him is because he gives two rats ass about nobody. He doesn't care about rules. He doesn't care about procedures. He doesn't care about policies. He obviously doesn't care about all of us because he's not, instead of rallying both sides of the aisle to sit down and get the government open, he is telling all the Republicans to stand strong until they open it. Then we'll talk, because then he gets his stuff passed. See, that's not how it works. If you are a head coach of a football team and you got offense and defense, if you have it to where the offense is only here for the win and the defense doesn't have to do anything, or you blame the defense and the offense is great and you're blaming the defense for all, see how shitty your defense gets. See, in order to be a head coach, you're supposed to rally everybody together. All the people on the field, sidelines, wherever it may be, you get them together. And you blend them no matter, right now we know right and left don't have all the same beliefs. We know this. That's not a rocket science. So how can we get them together to figure this out instead of saying, screw you all, until you pass this, we're not talking. That's not how you rally troops. That is not how you bring people together. And until we figure that out, which doesn't seem like we're going to, a whole bunch of things are going to run out of business. SNAP, government it's just going to get ugly. And the Democrats are getting blamed for this whole shutdown. And for all you MAGA people out there that I see, oh, I won't work for anybody unless they're a Trump supporter. Yeah, there's a lot of those out there that if you're a Democrat, they won't do work for you. Well, okay, no, whatever. See, when we get to that point, we're all in trouble. So that's where we're at on the mop this morning. Mom's fundraiser. Yep, the second annual Strikeout Alzheimer's Baker Shootout, November 8th at the Phoenix Center. I've got a lot of stuff, and I may, if you're available and you're not bowling and you want to help, please let me know. If you're going to be at the event, please go to I invited everybody that's friends of mine on Facebook to the event. If you are going to be there, please change your status. You've clicked interested before. Please click it to going. That way we get a rough idea who's coming. I will be on the air with WRCO on November 6th. Friday's the 7th, Saturday. Yeah, so November 6th. Thursday, November 6th. I will be on the air with Phil Nee on WRCO at 9 o'clock in the morning to discuss final details. I'll be at the bowling alley to discuss final setup details and how we're going to display all the stuff I have. I'm going to have an unbelievable amount of bowling balls to give away. Raffle tickets, 50-50. It's going to be a hell of a day. So thank you for everyone that has supported this cause. I hope you have gotten to see how much I've plugged all your businesses and done all of that. I'm still not done doing that, so we will go from there. But I'm going to work on score sheets today, getting names and averages, and thank you to the 11 teams that have given me names. I have verified all averages with USB-C. That is why I wanted the names early, so they have all been verified and worked out. So have a great day. I will talk to everyone tomorrow morning on another mop. But as always, take time to bless somebody today. And as you can see, it's starting to lighten up around here. So we'll talk tomorrow morning. Have a great day.